we're talking about children, we're talking about the real crust of the children of Israel and their population. Again, emphasizing with very few having the ability to read for themselves. So they were totally dependent upon the other person.
So, and we can bring it on even further this way. And I think about my grandparents, they were born in the 1800s, and so I don't know if they could read or not. They went to church, they had Bibles in the house. But as I reflect back on some of the things that they said to me as a kid growing up, they never explained anything on something. We're talking about the Bible now, so you're not supposed to work on Sunday. That was their thing, you're not supposed to work on Sunday. But they never explained anything about that. You're not supposed to work on Sunday. And some other sayings they had.
Excuse me, and what did we do? Grandma said it, that's gospel.
Yeah.
We don't question it, that's gospel. We accept it.
So we can see the significance of persons being able to read and understand, even though they're getting the word, and sometimes they get the word, and the word is not, like you said, exactly how it is. So I think about my grandparents who, like I said, I don't know if they could read or not, but I don't know. But certain things they got the information from the preacher, they depended on that preacher on Sunday to give them the word, and they took him for what he said. And so, not being able to properly read and understand, they just depend on that leader to give them the right word.
And I have a friend of mine who says, and I just take it for a word, her grandfather was a minister. And she's not quite my age, so I don't think her grandfather would be much older. Her grandfather was a minister, could not read or write, but could quote scripture from cover to cover. To me, that's a godsend, if that's accurate. You can't read or write, but you can quote scripture, word for word, from cover to cover in the Bible.
So, that's what it's called. You gotta remember that that's easy to remember. Calls that.
Yeah, and I know ministers today, or people today, I know ministers. You start talking about a scripture, they can finish it for you. Me, I gotta look it up. I can read, I can write, but I can't memorize the scriptures word for word like they do. I know in a lot of places where they're found, you know how to go to them, but I can't memorize them. So we're looking at Ezra and Nehemiah, two leaders who are bringing the exile back from Babylon, back to establish their way of life, back to establish their religion. And we have to know and understand, we talked about this, that basically these people have been in captivity for 70 years. 70 years. And I keep emphasizing as we go into it, that everybody that was taken captive didn't come back. Some decided, I like this way of living, I'm gonna stay here. I'm doing okay over here, I'm gonna stay here. I don't have anything to go back to in Jerusalem, I'm gonna stay here. So all of the people, the exiles, the children of Israel, did not come. But I think we stated that with Ezra in the group that he brought back about 2,000. Including children, women, older adults. Now, one thing happened, and I want to move Brother Williams here, me and Brother Williams have talked about this before, and I'm sure that some of you have. Okay, we're talking about, again, the exiles coming back after 70 years of captivity. 70 years of captivity. One of the things one of the things that happened while in captivity, and if you can understand this, now you were in captivity, the children of Israel were forced to abandon their native language. They were forced to abandon their religious practices. They were forced to do the things that their captives led them to do. So, in our society today, this is bringing it right down to today. Should immigrants who want to come to the United States become citizens, should they be forced to abandon their language in favor of ours?
No. You shouldn't abandon it. Absolutely. I mean, first of all, they're coming over here as immigrants, they're not coming over here as captives. So the reason they're coming over here is totally different. But no, they shouldn't abandon it. My personal opinion.
There's a difference between abandoning it and embracing the language of the country that you're coming to, so that you'll be able to communicate while you're here. You can still speak your language, but you need to be able to communicate with the people to the land that you're coming to.
Children being taught at a very age and exposure to different languages inside this country that
Does it bother you when you turn the corner in your neighborhood and see these signs in Spanish?
Yes. No.
That I can't read.
Does it bother me personally? No. Because honestly, they would, me personally, has nothing, it's not affecting my way. So, it doesn't bother me.
Even if you don't know what it's saying and where you need to be going, then there's no.
No, I'm not talking about the option. You talking about the United States?
Yeah, we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about.
But the billboards are all in Spanish, if you don't know what it's saying.
Well, you gotta back up a little bit. When we live in Houston, there's a lot of, you can say there, man, there's Spanish, there's a whole bunch of stuff I don't understand, or it can be in a foreign language, but like I said, personally, that doesn't affect my way of life, so I personally don't have a problem with it. If it's gonna communicate with the people.
But the whole idea of coming over here was to be Americanized. I know how they stay where they are. And so if you want to be Americanized, you cater to, well, you don't bring your little country over here and have your little small little neck of the woods. You Americanized.
They don't think they want to be Americanized, they just want to live in America. That's two different things. I'm just saying.
And the question that goes along with this, and we have several educators in here.
You got me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Do you think it's necessary? Do you think it's important? Do you think the emphasis should be placed on English as a second language in the school system? Yeah, English as a second language.
the primary language.
Yeah, you keep your primary language.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
get-
yeah.